What's going on, legends? So it's nighttime. I'm lying here, and I just came up with this crazy fucking stupid / dumb idea because I'm already going to be pushing it to the limits. But basically, I've decided I'm going to vlog every single day first prep, so you guys can expect daily videos. Now, what happened? How I decided to come to this was E.T., the fucking legend, made my intro, and he sent it through to me, and it motivated me so much, and it reaffirmed why I'm doing this, why I have my channel. Like, what's the point? Because I was getting so caught up in an almost identity and ego crisis where I'm detaching from the ego to a sense. Like, we all have that dark side, that ego, but I'm detaching from the ideas of promoting myself, but I rather want to promote like deeper thoughts and constructs and try and educate rather than like being so obsessed with like being famous. And I lost that drive. I've been losing the drive for fame, you know, and like it kind of demotivated me for any of this. I was like, what's the point? But when he sent me that intro, which you just seen, that fucking dope intro, like so dope, it just reaffirmed my why, and your why is the most powerful thing. And so I kind of just wrote up my mission, my why, and it's to live freely and passionately, to have high energy, to reach for my potential, that involving body, mind, and spirit, like all encompassing, not just your body, but your mindset, your spirituality, everything. And then to pass my learnings on in an attempt to inspire and educate. Now, I'm not acting like I'm some fucking god. I don't really know that much. Like, I don't at all. But I just want to learn. I want to try and be my best self. I want to reach for my potential and then pass on those learnings, because I want to try and inspire as many people to reach for their potential and be their best selves. So that's my why. That's why I'm doing that. And that intro, for some reason, just sparked this deep motivation. So, yeah, man. Whoever's watching my videos, thank you. And I hope that happens. I hope it inspires you to keep pushing. So I'm about to push fucking hard. Comp prep's getting so hard. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm fatigued. But this is where I am going to get a deeper dive into my mindset, into my own mental constructs, into how much I have, into how present I can be, how much good energy I can have when the going's so tough. Dad ingrained this saying into me as a kid, toughen up, princess, and it's the truth. So, and I need to keep thinking about that, toughen up, princess. It can get so much harder. And, anyway, I'm going to see where I'm at, what I can do, how much I can take. And the idea behind these next 17 days of daily vlogging is to express my thoughts and opinions. They're not going to be crazy cinematic. I'm going to be editing them. They're not going to be kind of fake and materialistic. They're just going to be fucking raw, fucking honest. To any thoughts I have, any beliefs I think about in that moment, I'm just going to express them. I mean, one video might just be me talking like this, and that's it. You know, I might just get in the sauna and feel fucking motivated, and that's going to be it. And that's just how it is. I want to relay what I learn, what I hear, what I think, and just have a voice. So, yeah. I'll see you in the morning.
Honestly, I'm so hyped still after seeing that intro ET made. Anyway, I'm going to go train chest. And then we're going to check in with Dan afterwards, so, yeah. I'm so low like, yeah. We gon' blow like, yeah. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. This is America. Don't catch you slipping now. Don't catch you slipping now. Look what I'm whipping now. I'm so pretty. I'm a Gucci. I'm so pretty, I'ma get it. Ooh. This is selling. That's a tool, yeah. On my Kodak. Ooh, know that. Ooh. Dance, dance. They're gonna find you like. I'm 2.5 weeks out now, so it's getting pretty close to show day, and I guess my mind is starting to
mess with me a little bit. I was trying to kind of, am I ready? Where am I at? What's it going to take? I've developed a bit of a plan going forwards, but I wanted to shoot that with Dan, talk about it, and get his opinion, his feedback on my physique, my posing, kind of everything. So if you guys have been following my journey so far, it's been 16 weeks of dieting. It was an 18-week prep, so we're 2.5 weeks out now, and so this is the raw, this is the gritty end. Shit's getting hard, and but I want to come to stage with the best package possible. So hopefully today helps kind of make a clearer path forwards to do that. But I guess a lot of the work's already been done. Now it's about the fine tuning and really putting in the final stretch.
A couple of questions too. How are you feeling at the moment? Like having dieted for 16 weeks or 15.5 weeks?
I feel like mindset's such a weird thing because I feel like firstly it fluctuates. Like you have good and bad times, you have good and bad moments.
Even throughout the day.
Even throughout the day, and you accentuate them with what you say you're feeling as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm a huge believer that you manifest kind of your own feelings. So I feel like if you've seen me during this prep, most bodybuilders like they walk around like grumpy, don't want to talk to anyone. I feel like I've been good at keeping my spirits pretty high.
Yeah.
But like right now, I feel fucking shit if I'm honest. I just had a workout. I've been sitting around for about an hour. I'm like kind of like low blood sugar, kind of like just depleted as fuck. At night, I definitely get irritable, and like my best mate who lives with me, Will, like he's just playing COD and he screams. I'm just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like so, there's definitely some psychological things, but that's kind of why I wanted to do it because I knew that there was going to be, and it's like how much can I fucking control that?
Yeah.
So,
and it's interesting to explore both the positives and negatives of comp prep or getting extremely lean. Because like a lot of times we only see the good side. You see the photos, you see trophies, you see pictures of people's abs and people working out in the shreds, which looks awesome. But then like it's like what goes on behind the scenes to like accomplish that, especially naturally as well. Because I believe that it's pretty true to say that like if you're a natural competitor, it's going to be that little bit harder to bring the condition you want.
Yeah.
You're going to have to probably suffer a little bit more.
It's your whole life, and that's never been something I've promoted too much on my channel. Like, my channel's always been about kind of like living a good life and kind of making fitness part of your life, not your life. And when you do a comp prep, this is your life. Like fucking, all I think about is what meal's next and when I can eat it and how many grams of carbs are going to be in it. Like it's all I'm thinking about, and it's like ridiculous. Like sex drive goes down, hormones get fucked with, and but it's a cool. But weirdly enough, I enjoy it because one, it's like this discipline focus, and two, it's such a test. And I don't know, it's cool to see what you can achieve, like mind over matter, because your whole physiology is fighting against you. Like, literally, like your leptin, your ghrelin, they all like trying to make you eat more, and then once you eat, they're trying to make you feel so unsatisfied that you want to keep eating, and you just have to say like, which is cool because if that transcends into other areas of your life, then become strong.
Definitely, man. But interesting process, and it's good to document it for you guys watching too. To get a little bit, like a lot of behind the scenes info and some very raw, honest feedback from you as to what really goes on.
Yeah, it's really cool to be. All right, should we have a look at the physique?
Physique check in. Let's do it.
Yeah, about here.
Yeah.
Can you have a good look?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Because see, like I said, and this is another thing is too, when we're assessing physique, and what I was going to say before, a lot of people, we tend to gravitate toward like better lighting, things that are going to be, give you an advantage.
Yeah.
If you want to get even more feedback, try and look at like maybe harsher lighting and stuff like that. So I prefer, because you look better in the mirror.
Yeah.
I'd rather look at you like this.
Okay.
That's more of a real, like that's the judge is going to be looking at you like that as well.
Okay.
That makes you look a bit better.
Okay.
That's all.
Yeah,
See, no, not being harsh, but it's just real.
See, my mindset's now like, fuck, am I fat?
Definitely not bad.
Alright, so,
It's my front nose. Nice.
do you want me to do my core returns?
Yeah, go through all of them, man. Good. Go back to the start for a second, and I want you to pretend, let's go like as if I'm a judge, this is show day, for example.
Yeah.
And I just want you to make it flow, and let's make it look as natural as possible.
Okay.
Alright, so, yeah. Yeah, awesome. Nice. Cool. Sweet. Good work. Are you purposely not smiling on some of those poses? Yeah. Your front double bicep for them when your face changes? No.
It's probably just because it's the most strenuous.
Yeah, okay.
About it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Because I think, think about like the energy that you're projecting to the judges and stuff too. Yeah. You want to be as engaging as possible, for example, and when you smile, you look like you're having fun. Yeah. I reckon it's going to makes a massive difference.
Okay, cool.
But posing looks good. So we've got 2.5 weeks to go.
Yeah.
So what? Like in my opinion, for example, the biggest thing to keep focusing on is just pushing the fat loss side of things.
Yeah, because I think I still got like for 2.5 weeks. I feel like I'm actually going to be leaner than I am. But like definitely probably as lean as I've ever been.
Yeah.
But there's still like those pockets in there, you know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, off the top of your head, what is the rate of loss? Because a few things to remember, right? This is your first ever show.
Yeah.
So it's also like a really big learning curve as to like how your body feels, how it loses fat, how long it takes to lose fat, how well it maintains muscle, plus then the process you've used, the calories you've done, the training splits you've done, the cardio you've done, things like that.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, people would tolerate. You would give the same prep to different people and they'll get a different result.
Yeah.
So think about it that way, where you're just sort of experimenting and getting information too. So when we look at the whole week, the whole prep, how much have you lost?
So I've been prepping for
averages.
16 weeks.
Yeah.
And my weekly averages have fluctuated. Like I had a gain like 2 weeks ago as a weekly average.
Yeah.
But I started at 95.7.
Yeah.
And this morning I was 82.4. So I've lost 13.5 kilos.
In how long?
In 16 weeks. I'll put on the screen a clip of when we were up here doing the overview of the plan. I was so fat.
Roughly we'll average out roughly 800 grams.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So your rate of loss has been good. I think. The next few weeks just focus on getting another. If you can get another 1.62 kilos off, that would be ideal.
And do you think by doing that, I'll come in conditioned to be competitive?
I think you will, man. To be completely honest, I think you could improve your condition.
Yeah.
Only because the biggest thing, I've been watching more so because I follow a little bit more the bodybuilding side of things too, but some of the condition that natural athletes are bringing to the stage
it's crazy.
Is freaky.
My glutes are nowhere near fucking straight.
That's right.
But I guess men's physique, like we said when we wrote up the 18-week overview, you said you only really need to get to 7%, you know?
Yes.
And I feel like I'm probably there. The skin folds tell me I'm less than.
Yeah.
They tell me I'm 5.
Yeah.
So but I've looked at have you seen any ICN men's physique videos
not recently. I've seen a few guys at shows and stuff like that, like Rich for example.
Yeah.
But that was a year and a half ago.
Yeah, winner as well. But that's who I compare to, I guess. Yeah. But I have looked at the general consensus and they're not that conditioned. I just wasn't sure what your thought was on how conditioned I need to be, what's going to make me place as well as I could. Because initially I went into this I just want to see the process and stuff. Now I'm like, fuck. I want to fucking win.
Well, you put a lot of work into it.
So, what do you think? So you think I'm alright?
Yeah, I think you're definitely on track. Everything's good. You just got to keep pushing these next couple of weeks hard.
Yeah.
Because what you got to remember is your fat loss is going to be slowing down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So as you get leaner, it gets harder and harder to drop more body fat.
So that's why I want to talk to you about calories and caloric expenditure now. So what I was on for the last 2 weeks was 250 carb, 200 protein. 250 carb, 215 protein, and 45 fat.
Yeah.
Last week I've dropped it.
What was the overall calorie intake of that? Sorry.
That equates to about an overall of 2. I haven't been doing overall calories because in my fitness pal there's discrepancies between macros and calories.
Yeah.
So I've just been mostly worrying about that. But that's about 2.2.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 2.2.
Yeah.
Because what I've done now for the last week is I dropped carbs by 50.
Yeah.
Which brings calories
off.
200 off.
Yeah.
So carbs are down to 200, proteins at 215, and fats at 45. And then I've been doing cardio daily, just lists, and then I've been doing weight training 6 days a week on the push pull.
Yeah.
And then other things like yoga, getting my knee up with tennis, yoga, different kinds of like not really scheduled exercise, but just being busy, and then also saunaing and stuff like that for a couple of weeks.
So one of the biggest things I'll always go back to is like, what's been your rate of loss on the morning fast to the weekly average over the last couple of weeks? Do you know what last week roughly? So I think that's just a really good indicator as to like, is he losing too fast? Are you losing too slow, for example? And then how should we tweak the plan?
But would there be such a thing as too fast now, considering the main like goal is conditioning? Because what I was scared about when I was going through was, I know that I'm quite lanky, so I was scared I was going to come in not full, not muscular. But I feel like my muscularity is actually all right. And now what I'm scared about is that I'm fat. Well, not fat, but like holding on to too much fat for what I want to be. So would there be such a thing as pushing it too hard now?
Yes. Because you like, think about how hard you've worked over the last 16 weeks to maintain muscle mass. You've kept protein up, you've been running high frequency, high volume weight training, you've focused on performance because we've talked about that and how important it is as well. So you've done like say 4 months or just inside 4 months to maintain muscle. Last thing you want to do is go, you know what, I don't care about muscle anymore.
For like the last 2 weeks, and then just come in as a stream being. Okay.
That's right.
Because I like listened to Jeff Nippard that Lyle McDonald's like Lyle McDonald's rapid fat loss, where it's just like a protein sparing fast almost. And like I was like, fuck, maybe I should do that. But I feel like if you think my conditioning's okay, with 2 more weeks, I feel like I'll be coming into the point where like my obliques kind of come all the way down. The only thing, like I feel like in this pose here, I've still got like that fat deposit, which kind of ruins that pose. But I think that will come.
It's not far off. Like you can see some lines through there. But so what we're talking as well is like, these are like more stubborn areas, which tend to come off last, and they tend to come off more slowly as well, which is the challenge. So I think definitely still pushing towards fat loss. So again, go back, what was your last few drops?
Okay, so just even look at my last couple of days, so 182.8, 183.4, 182, so this is in pounds, sorry, you want to work in kilos. 82.4, 82.7, 83.3, 83. So
but you've also dropped 50 grams of carbs as well, right?
50 from here.
From
from here.
So from there.
Day. So it was 83.3, dropped 50 grams of carbs, and I'm down to 80.
Because that's fairly common what you see. If you drop 50 grams of carbs per day, you know, there's only 200 grams of carbs as well, you'll see a drop
coming down.
Of water and stuff too, because of the glycogen and water, etc., etc. Although, looking at that 85.1 down to that.
So that was my weekly average.
So that's, what is that, 700, 800, 1.8 kilos?
1.8 kilo weekly average, but that's because that came off the weekly gain.
Yes, that was a week showing up.
Okay. So, and that was at 2.5 at the start, and then I dropped it to 2.3. Where it says 2.3 everywhere is actually when I was doing 2.2. That's literally the extent of the macro discrepancies in my fitness power. So hitting those macros actually brought me to like that because of the discrepancies, which is quite interesting. Like that is 2,000.
Okay. Big thing I just had like a thought is this is what happens too, and like it's good that we're doing a check-in now, and I've seen athletes go through this process and been through it myself, is that you get, you start to play mind games with yourself, am I big enough, am I conditioned enough, etc., etc., and all of a sudden we feel like doing something extreme.
It's
like, should I drop my carbs?
I was going to go to like 100 carb and like just like kill myself for the next 2 weeks to try and get shredded.
And in most cases, like obviously there's always context of the individual, for example, but in most cases that's always going to have some negative that comes with it as well. Like I believe that if you were to make a huge drop in calories and increase your cardio and NEAT drastically to get heaps, try and really push the condition, you're more likely to drop a fair bit of muscle mass in a short period of time that you've worked really hard to hold on to and you work for years to build up to as well. So you definitely want to avoid extremes. And a lot of those decisions tend to be based on like
irrational
thoughts, emotions, you know what I mean, the way you're feeling, different times of the day, or things like that. So trying to keep a steady head, but then also having conversations with people who are looking from the outside in more objectively, and can help you out. Because if you're, so what were you going to say?
I was going to say, so do you think sticking with, if the rate pertains that it's working, 200 carb, 215 protein, 45 fat for the next 2 weeks with cardio daily, just list like nothing too extreme, 120 heart rate, 40 to 60 minutes, and then getting my steps up, getting my NEAT up.
What sort of step?
10,000, 12,000.
So what my opinion would be is I would make adjustments I just wouldn't make very drastic adjustments. So it's like if you're last week, what did you hit 2,000 calories last week?
No, I've only been doing it for the last 4 days.
Okay, so yeah, stick on that for this week.
Yeah.
Do 2,000 calories this week. Keep your NEAT to say, I would even like to push your NEAT up to say 14,000.
Yeah. The only reason I was like at like 10 is because I do things like yoga and I do other things that like kind of are neat that aren't really counting towards my step.
Yeah. So you're burning energy,
burning
but not
extra
tracking
energy,
it.
but it's not being
Yeah,
tracked.
yeah. That's a bit of a tough one. You're never gonna, track NEAT perfectly.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be like, it's like even just standing up burns calories versus sitting down, but you can't really track that.
Yeah.
But I think you just need to use some measurable to do the best you can and push something up. So look, it doesn't even have to be NEAT, but I would recommend.
I prefer to push up lists because for me, like just where I'm at, like time, business, steps takes fucking time.
Yeah.
I prefer to just go harder on that for
Yeah.
like an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah, awesome. And that's a massive point too. Like, there's no, one size fits all. There's no only one way to do it too. It's like at the end of the day, I think we should just, basically what I'm trying to say is increase your energy deficit.
Yeah.
So get a little bit more fat loss, but don't do it too crazy so we don't drop heaps of muscle.
Yeah, so maybe stay at the 2,000 calories.
For this week.
And then for this week, and then next week.
Probably, depending on what your weight does.
Yeah.
Like, so now I would be tracking your weight, like looking at it there much more closely as well.
Yeah.
And if you see one day where you get, for example, if nothing much changes in your day and you get a big drop and then the next day it drops again, it's like, okay, maybe that's a sign that we're in too big of a deficit as well.
Okay.
So just keeping a fairly close eye on things, not freaking out about it, but just knowing that, things are getting pretty serious with the amount of energy you're burning and how big the deficit is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say stay on 2,000 for the rest of the week. Are you happy to do 60 minutes of list per day?
Yeah.
Yeah, do your 60 minutes of list, do 10,000 steps per day.
Yeah.
And then next week, if all things going well, I would make an adjustment again to either increase list slightly, increase NEAT slightly, so maybe go to 12,000, increase list to 70 minutes, for example.
Yeah.
And then reduce your carbohydrate intake to bring calories down.
Like 25.
What do you want
less
now?
Carbs.
200?
200, yeah. So if I did like 175, then it would be 1,900 calories.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
So just minute adjustments.
Yeah, so we just tweak. We go like a little bit more energy burn from NEAT, a little bit more energy burn from list, and a little bit more energy intake from calories. And so so we're going to create a bigger deficit. That metabolic adaptation that happens, that slows down fat loss, we're going to sort of try and keep ahead of that a little bit.
Yeah.
Get a bit more fat loss, push condition, maintain muscle and stuff, and just stay on track to present the best physique you ever have on stage.
Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah.
And you think I'm on track?
Definitely.
Okay.
100%, man.
Alright.
Good.
Hey, fuck, you guys have seen Dan, you've seen the condition he's got to, so I trust him, and
Looking forward to it, final product. But yeah, I'd love to see some photos like compared to when we first started turning, like looking at bleaks, like all the conditioning lines through there too. Spin around, show me your back for a second. Yeah, see the back pokes? Yeah, you can even see our detail coming out that most definitely wasn't there before. And just in that pose for me. Yeah, awesome. So yeah, you can definitely start to see like, serratus muscles, obliques, and abs, and really coming out around the side here. Yeah. Good.
we're getting there.
All right, we're on track. Okay, 2.5 weeks to go. Let's get it.
That was a good chat, I needed that, eh?